everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Picking up yardage on the ground will be no easy task in today's game. Both defenses rank in the top 10 in fewest rush yards allowed. It's the 49ers going up against the Rams. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. They come up in an offset eye. Now Kessler. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. The offense on your screen now, and Todd Gurley on your screen. That is the back of the present and the future.
And what an amazing return for him from a knee injury his last year in college at the University of Georgia. Now it's like it never happened. There's nothing he can't do on the football field. And if you're a defense, that's a long day trying to prepare for Todd Gurley.
Here we go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Gurley again here on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Going right side here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now third down, less than a yard. Kessler to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now let's go. Green, 39. No. Champ, here we go. Number 19.
Now Kessler on first down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Marcel Darius, year in and year out, plays at a Pro Bowl level.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Into the red zone now. It's Kessler firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Kessler looks to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. And goal from the 8. On 1st and goal, Gurley. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now Kessler throwing on 2nd down. That's caught at the 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Kessler, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Chris Gregg, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Goff on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. On 2nd and 10, Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
Yeah, maybe a little of both. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Kessler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it'll bring up third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. So they're operating in the red zone.
Let's go.
On first down, Kessler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Again, we'll see the pistol here. 3rd and 2. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Their big-bodied receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. On the last drive, and he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On 2nd down, here's Goff. To the right side to Eric Ebron. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be a San Francisco first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now the Hall of Famer Dorsett. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tony Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are back within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Kessler looks to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And 10, it's Kessler. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now Kessler throwing on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. And again, they'll throw with Kessler. Right side complete. That's Woods. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one. He's got a man complete. A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They've got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all of that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
On first down, gone. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. On second and 10, Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Yards to go on third. Throwing on third, gone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On first down, Kessler. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, LA. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see. It got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver, 78 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Crabtree with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Over! All right, here we go.
On second down, here's Kessler. Airing it out deep for Woods. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 5 yards to go. Now it's Kessler yet again. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners are going to take possession, albeit deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. On 1st and 10, Goff surveying the field. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a 1st down throw, Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Yards still left on second down.
All right, here we go. Green.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following the fumble recovery, it's Kessler. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Kessler. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Looking again in the direction of Woods, and it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Kessler, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Another pistol look here. Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Michael Crabtree in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Leopard. Detroit. Detroit. Here we go. Blue line. Detroit. Here we go. Detroit. Green 39.
On 1st down, it's gone. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
All right, here we go.
A final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. Third quarter begins with a run by Hyde. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And now a carry here for their fullback. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Kessler looks to throw on 2nd down. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Goff. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Here's Goff. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
He was trying to get it to his receiver, Woods, and it's 3rd and short.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Here we go now.
3rd and 2. Now Kessler. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And that's understanding where the markers are because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 34 yards. And the Rams are going to get a 1st down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
2nd down following the incompletion. They come out here in the eye. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Muscles him off. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few 1st downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Goff now to throw. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
They'll run it with Tony D. They find some open field here. A gain of 32 that time.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, It always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Goff. It's brought in by Jackson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go now. Green 3.
Goff looking to throw. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go.
Kessler looks to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. handoff for Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Now Kessler throwing on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tammy, there. Third down here. Yards to go on third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, Kessler. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
From the gun on third down. Gone. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Gerald McCoy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Taken from just outside the 30. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Kessler trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing is Kessler on third down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now Goff, and he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Goff, and a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. On first down, it's Gurley. Room here to run. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The tight end, Tim Wright, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now it's gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doctson, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Gurley. And not much running room. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Set! Detroit! Detroit! Set! Boom!
Oh, Kessler looks to throw it. He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Now let's go!
To throw is Kessler. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they actually had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
He's got time. Now a desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout. By the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The penalty. It's Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So they're not running it. Kessler wants to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense.
Now let's go.
Kessler to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice...
But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Defense showing blitz. One last throw here for Goff. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Second and goal from the 1. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for Los Angeles, there will be a few sighs of relief, no doubt, in that locker room as they get their first win in 9 tries. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.